Here's what we have going on right now with the situation, which I'm stunned that we have this situation in the first place. And that is that we have these jets. They're actually bombers. Unbelievable that we have these bombers. And don't forget tonight, Mike from the World's going to be with me, as well as BP Earthwatch. So it's a doubleheader tonight. BP Earthwatch and Mike from the World. It will be an epic broadcast. But American and Canadian warplanes had to be scrambled to intercept 2 Russian and 2 Chinese bombers. They went into the international airspace, and then they began to approach the Alaskan airspace. This happened yesterday. The joint U.S., Canadian, and North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD. NORAD detected and tracked and intercepted 2 Russian Tu-95 and 2 PRC-H-6 military aircraft operating in the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone. The zone is a perimeter in which air traffic is monitored beyond the border of national airspace to provide additional reaction time in case of a hostile enemy. Intercepts of Russian aircraft in which they contacted visually or electronically by U.S. or Canadian planes are relatively in the area. But fighter jets from the United States and fighter jets from Canada were scrambled to intercept both 2 Russian and 2 Chinese bombers. Unbelievable. But I'm not shocked by this because we've seen Russia do this from time to time, and we've seen China do this from time to time, especially out in the ocean, getting too close to our naval warships. But what do you expect whenever you have no one there's nobody running the country right now, really? And the Russians already proved they could just send nuclear submarines floating along the Atlantic Ocean, along our coast, and go down and hang out in Havana. It might be Savannah next. In Havana, Cuba. I mean, they just went down there, and nobody said anything. United States didn't even condemn Russia for this action. We did not send our own ships to drive them away. We let the Russians sit down there in Cuba and do military drills 60 miles off the coast of Florida, and we said nothing. JFK, John F. Kennedy Jr., would have been all over this. This would have never happened. It would have never happened under John F. Kennedy Jr. John F. Kennedy. Probably not even under John F. Kennedy Jr., but John F. Kennedy. It would have never happened under President John F. Kennedy. It would have never happened under President Ronald Reagan. I don't even think it would have happened under President Bill Clinton, to be quite honest with you. I don't think so. No, they never tried that stuff with him. It certainly would not even cross their mind to try it under President Donald Trump. But right now, there's nobody home. There's nobody home. I'm serious about this. I don't know what to say. But so Russia just feels empowered. Think about this. Russia has moved into Ukraine. Russia has invaded Ukraine now. Russia's probably going to take 25% of Ukraine, maybe more. I'm going to make a prediction for you. And I've been pretty right on this. Mike Around the World said that when Russia invaded Ukraine, he said they will never leave till they take the entire country. And they started using the little green men in 2014, and that's when Mike said it. And then in February of 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. And they've taken about 25% of the country right now. And they're inching closer and closer and closer toward Kiev. And they're just waiting on the money to dry up. They're waiting for the United States to finally quit sending money to Ukraine to where Ukraine can no longer defend themselves, and then they're going to make their next big, bold move toward Kiev to try to topple the country. They're also looking at something else. They're looking at who's going to win the election in America. If Trump wins, Putin will probably back off. Trump will end the war. Trump's already said he will. And Putin will keep 25% of Ukraine that he has taken, and they'll end up bringing this to a close. If somehow if Harris was to somehow be declared the president of the United States, if she was to win or be declared the president, then Putin will go ahead and take Ukraine. He will take Ukraine because he'll have 4 more years. He'll take it. And then he might even, and he'll probably, my prediction is he'll take Ukraine. If Harris wins, he'll take Ukraine and probably then also invade some of the smaller countries like Estonia and Latvia, maybe even Romania, and start the war in those areas. If Trump wins, he'll stop. They'll settle it. He'll keep 25% of Ukraine and have to sit back and wait 4 years to make any more moves. China is sitting on the verge, on the brink, ready to take Taiwan. They're waiting to see also. If Trump wins, China will stop. They will not make the invasion of Taiwan for at least another 4 years.